Who was Melchizedek? The Bible's most mysterious man. Imagine opening the Bible and discovering a man who appears out of nowhere, has no recorded birth, no recorded death, no family tree, no explanation of where he came from, yet he blesses Abraham, the father of many nations. And Abraham, one of the greatest figures of the Bible, gives him a tenth of everything. Who was this man? A king? A priest? An ordinary human? Or someone far more mysterious? Then, nearly 1,000 years later, his name appears again. And centuries after that, the New Testament compares Jesus to him. Why would a man mentioned only briefly become so important? There are a lot about Bible that you and I need to know today. We're exploring one of the Bible's greatest mysteries. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Let's dive in. A sudden appearance. Our story begins in Genesis 14. Abraham had just rescued his nephew, Lot, after defeating a coalition of kings. As Abraham returned from battle, two kings came out to meet him. One was the king of Sodom. The other was Melchizedek, the king of Salem. The Bible introduces him in just a few words. Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High. That's it. No introduction, no background, no parents, no genealogy. For a book that often records detailed family lines, isn't that unusual? A king and a priest, Melchizedek, held two roles at the same time. He was both a king and a priest. In later Israelite history, those offices were normally kept separate. So why does Melchizedek hold both? His name is often understood to mean king of righteousness, and Salem is commonly connected with peace, leading many to describe him as the king of peace. Is that just a coincidence? Or is the Bible hinting at something greater? Abraham's surprising response. Then something remarkable happened. Melchizedek blessed Abraham, and Abraham responded by giving him a tenth of everything he had recovered. Think about that. Why would Abraham honor a man we've never met before? Did Abraham know something the reader doesn't? The Bible doesn't explain. It simply records the event and moves on. That silence has fascinated readers for centuries. Then he disappears. After just a few verses, Melchizedek is gone. No farewell, no death recorded, no descendants mentioned, nothing. If Genesis were the only book we had, we might never think about him again. But the story doesn't end there. 1,000 years later, centuries after Abraham, King David wrote a psalm that contains a surprising promise. In Psalm 110, he writes, "You are a priest forever, according to the order of Melchizedek." Why mention Melchizedek again? Why not Aaron, the better-known priest? Why return to this mysterious figure from Genesis? He must be dead by this time. David mentioned him. Now the question is, how did David know about him? Why did David honor him so much, even ahead of Aaron? What is so special about him that we don't know? The psalm doesn't explain. It simply leaves another clue. The New Testament connection. The mystery deepens in the New Testament. The book of Hebrews spends an entire section discussing Melchizedek. It points out that Scripture records no genealogy, no beginning of days, and no end of life for him. Some readers understand this as a literary observation. Genesis simply doesn't record those details. Others see deeper symbolic meaning. Hebrews presents Melchizedek as a pattern that helps explain Jesus' priesthood. It does not explicitly say that Melchizedek was Jesus. Instead, it says he was resembling the Son of God and remained a priest in the biblical narrative. This distinction has led to centuries of discussion. Who was Melchizedek? Over the years, several interpretations have emerged. Some believe he was simply a historical king and priest. Others think he was a special figure chosen by God. Some have suggested he was an angel. Others have wondered whether he was a pre-incarnate appearance of Christ. These ideas have been debated for generations. The Bible itself does not clearly identify him beyond what it says. That is part of what makes him such a compelling mystery. Why does this matter? At first glance, Melchizedek seems like a minor character. Only a few verses in Genesis, one mention in Psalms, a discussion in Hebrews. Yet his role reaches across the Bible. His story encourages readers to pay attention to even the shortest passages. Sometimes the briefest accounts raise the biggest questions. The mystery that endures. Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't where Melchizedek came from. Perhaps it's why God chose to reveal so little about him. Was the mystery intentional? Was it meant to point beyond Melchizedek to something greater? Or does the lack of detail remind us that not every question receives a complete answer? Whatever your conclusion, Melchizedek remains one of the Bible's most fascinating figures. Conclusion. A king without a recorded family tree, a priest without a recorded beginning, a man who blessed Abraham, a figure remembered by David and later used in the New Testament to help explain Jesus' priesthood. The Bible gives us only glimpses, yet those glimpses have inspired centuries of study and discussion. So let me ask you, who do you think Melchizedek really was? A historical king, a symbolic figure, or someone whose true identity still remains one of the Bible's greatest mysteries? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the discussion respectful.